Hi, I'm Matthew D692, and welcome to this week's Make of the Week.
Hey.
And just before I explain what we need, we've turned ourselves into a pair of Mr. Makers by putting everything we might need in a pencil case to make a doodle drawers.
Yeah, this is what we made last week. So tell us what really the requirements are for this week's make.
Now, hang on. Annual Bear, we need some things from
A doodle draw.
we need Gloopy and Fab Glue.
Gloopy and Fab Glue. Gloopy glue. And Fab glue. Fab glue.
We're also going to need that pen.
Yeah.
And we need some, I think we need some, a plate to draw around.
And plate to draw around.
A pair of scissors.
Pair of scissors.
And a thick black pen.
And a thick black pen. We're also going to need some various coloured bits of card, which we've got here. And what we were going to use was some brown wool, but we found this instead, which we thought would be more realistic. Oh, and of course, a ruler. So, how do we start, Matt?
We draw a semicircle shape.
Oh, that's right. So we'll put this aside.
So for that we'll need a plate and a pen. Shall we use the thick one?
I think we use a thin one for the drawing around the plate.
Not the thick.
Not the thick one, we'll use a thick one later on. So what we'll do is we'll take our thin pen.
I'll take the lid off for you. There.
Okay. And we'll just draw
around this shape to make our circle.
There we go.
There we
Then
go.
put the lid back on to stop it drying out.
A perfect semicircle shape.
Yeah. So we've drawn our semicircle. And we're going to cut round that with our pair of scissors.
Right, someone to action. Who's going to do that? Anywhere.
Careful with those scissors, Daddy.
Grandad.
Granddad.
We'll do any old bear.
Cause scissors.
Sharp.
So what are you going to say to any old bear?
We'll do any old bear.
Did I introduce my drink?
I don't think you did. Or your rosette.
First of all, I've got orange juice with me, just in case I didn't mention, I might have done. And I've also got a rosette on my shirt, which I got for doing my salute. I'll show you what I mean. So, right now.
That's it, well done. So we've got a round or half round piece of card. What we're now going to do, so we can thread the brown stuff through it, we're going to make holes around the outside using a hole punch. So I'm going to take the hole punch.
Why do we need a ruler?
Oh, we don't need a ruler now. It was to cut across, to mark a line across there, but I didn't need it in the end. So what I'm going to do is put some holes around the outside.
With a hole punch?
With a hole punch.
That's right, I did a little salute to show the viewers.
You did. Okay, so we've made the holes in the card. So what we're now going to do is the tricky bit. We'll try and thread the wool through there to try and make a bird's nest. So all we're going to do is take it out of one hole and put it in another. Oops, try again.
Oh. Do we have to do any waiting to dry?
Not waiting to dry, no. We need to stick this, once we finish, we need to perhaps stick this at the back with sticky tape. Just to keep it all in place, but we don't have to any waiting to dry today.
So this is only one part.
This is only one part.
For the first make in ages, it's only
Only one part. I'm going to go up and reuse some of the holes.
a mesh shape. I just fancy the rest of my orange juice.
You might have to use a couple of pieces of this stuff. You can go around as often as you like. So that's it so far. I'm just going to use another piece of wool just to make the nest a bit thicker.
When do we draw the birds in? When do we draw the birds and put them in the nest?
We do it after we've made the
Oh,
nest.
cut it out.
Careful with those scissors though.
Will do.
Cut scissors.
Sharp.
Do you want me to just close the scissors?
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Right, I'll close the scissors. Actually, as I'm doing it.
Careful with those scissors, Matthew.
What is that?
The scissors are sharp. Oops.
Choose a bird. So, you need to put a lot of wool to make it a nice shape, don't you?
We do.
So you need plenty of wool to make this.
When the more wool you use, I think the better it looks. Also, it takes a bit more time.
But I thought this was only one part.
This is only one part, but it still takes a bit of time.
Because some makes you have to paint it and then wait for the paint to dry.
That's right. This isn't one of them.
Because we don't have to paint.
That's right. We're using different colour cards to give make different colours.
Yellow card for the bird.
Well, we've got yellow card for one bird, red card for another bird, and some orange card for their beaks.
I thought the orange card was the beaks.
That's right, yeah. Yellow card for one bird, red card for the other bird, and orange card for the beaks.
Well, you have to cut out the beaks and the bird shapes.
That's right, and the nest shaped.
So how many actions will there be this week?
Oh, don't know how many is that. I've lost count already. 4?
Well, you need to cut out the... One action for the beaks and one action... No, I suppose...
Well, it depends. 1 for the beak, 1 for each bird maybe, or 1 for both birds.
One for each bird.
Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at just these 2 bits of wool, but if you want to do more, then it will probably look a little bit better.
So there we have our nest shape.
Now we have our nest, and what we're going to do is just use a little bit of tape, if I can find some tape, just to tape over the back to stop the
So
wool
what you
coming
do
out.
is take some sellotape. And what do you do with the sellotape?
Well, can't find the sellotape at the moment, so we'll just leave it and perhaps do it at the end. We've got our nest shape, and now we're going to take our yellow card and our red card and draw some birds to go in it.
We need birds to live in it, don't
We
we?
do indeed. So now we're going to have red, I think red for the big bird and yellow for the small bird.
No, orange.
No, orange is for the beaks. Now where's our thin pen? Do you still have that, Matt? Okay, we'll use a thick pen, yeah, quite right. So we're going to have yellow for the small bird. It'll be a simple shape.
Each bird is a big circle shape for the body and a very small circle shape for the head.
The other thing we've got to mention at the start is, for the eyes, we're going to be using some googly eyes.
Oh, funny that.
Yeah, so here we are, some googly eyes. We need to make sure the birds' heads are big enough for the eyes.
We were going to use some white stickers, but Mummy said...
Why don't we make googly eye?
Yeah, so hopefully this bit of card's big enough.
No, we need to draw a second bird, so why
We
did you
do.
put the lid on?
Just making sure our eyes aren't too big for the small bird. They're just about big enough.
So that's the yellow bird.
This is the yellow bird.
And we're going to give it some yellow eyes to copy
Yeah,
it.
I'm just going to cut him out first.
Who's going to do this action?
We've done the action.
And the action for cutting out the yellow bird. And we'll give it yellow eyes to match the card and the colour of the bird.
Okay. And does that mean that the red bird is going to have red eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
A red eyes bird.
Not yet. Wait for me to cut him out.
Perhaps then your bird can do it. Be careful.
So we got yellow. Is that yellow eye? It is, yeah. So what we need to do on the back of these googly eyes, there's sticky tape. So we just need to pull. Not very good at this. I'm going to pull that off.
Why are you pulling the glue off?
There's some sticky stuff on the back of these eyes. So these are big eyes for a bird. 1.
2. Still straight
My shoe.
first.
So these are yellow bird, his eyes, and what we need to do now is do the other one. We'll come back to the beaks in a minute.
What I think is you can draw a mouth on it. That's what I think.
Well, we've got a beak, we've got an orange beak we're going to stick on.
I think it's possible to do a mouth on him just by drawing it.
Well, you could do, but would you rather do that than a yellow beak, orange beak? So now I'm going to draw a bigger bird as the mummy bird, because that's the baby bird. So we're going to draw a bigger bigger one.
Do they use their beaks to tweet?
Yeah.
As in, bird tweeting.
Yeah.
I told them what kind of tweet it is.
Yeah.
It's easier
White
if you,
eyes.
if you
There
tell
we go.
them which kind of tweet.
Yeah, just to avoid any confusion. So I'm going to cut that out now. This is the mummy bird.
And because it's a mummy bird, mummy can do the action.
Be careful with those scissors, Daddy.
Will do.
Because
The scissors are sharp.
I thought we need gloopy glue to stick them onto our card.
Well, we could use gloopy glue or fab glue. I don't think it really matters in this case.
Let's use fab glue.
Okay.
So that you can see the fab glue right. It's just the fab is when you take the lid off. So I'll give you
Okay.
an example.
Go
I'm
on.
gonna take some fab glue. Would be
Ooh,
fab.
it's come off. I
What's
think it's got stuck in the lid.
what's got stuck in the lid?
The fab glue.
Why?
Wow.
I'll have a look in a minute. But I think you'll find if you look in the lid, at the bottom of that, you'll find the glue. It just means you've used nearly all the fab glue.
Looks quite big to me.
What shall we do?
Well, if we can't use the fab glue, we use the gloopy glue. And,
Well,
and next time we're in town, we'll buy some more fab glue.
So chunky.
Okay, so here's our mummy bird with the googly eyes. So now we're going to get our orange card.
They use their beaks to tweet things.
They do, yeah. And we're going to get our orange card and make a couple of beak shapes. This would be the smallest beak, so quite small, I think. That's small enough.
Is that the mummy bird's
No,
beak?
this is that's the baby bird, so make the mummy birds a bit bigger.
We'll buy some more fab glue.
Next week, yeah. There we go. We'll see if we can use this. We might have to use the fab glue.
Gloopy!
Gloopy!
Right.
Right, well, I think we can just about use this. I think it'd be easy with fab glue
Then-
than with gloopy glue. So
So what shall we do instead of taking the lid off on the fab?
we'll just have to go fab glue. Yeah. That's the first one. I'll stick that on the baby bird.
But not the mummy bird.
And on the mummy bird, I'll use a bigger beak.
Did you glue them on?
Well, I've glued the baby bird's beak on.
What about the mummy?
Just doing it now.
If you shake the googly eyes and they make a sound.
They do, make a sort of rattling sound, don't they? Okay. So that's the mummy bird. The googly eyes. So we're now going to go back to our nest. And what we're going to do is glue the two birds into the nest with fab glue. So we'll, down the bottom half of each bird, we'll put some glue.
The baby bird.
That's the baby bird in. And the same with the mummy bird.
We can even stick our bird's nest onto some dark blue cards.
We can. In fact, what we'll do first of all, just
You don't have to do dark blue. You can use any colour as long as it's not white.
yeah.
Oh, we've nearly used up all of the googly
We
eyes.
have. What we'll do, I think I'll put some fab glue on the back of here and glue that to the blue cards. So take our not fab glue, our gloopy glue. So put that back on.
So it doesn't.
Oh, hold on. Maybe it's difficult now, so we've got to put this back in.
We could.
Right, so we've got our gloopy glue. I'll just pour that on the back here. And then we're going to take this.
Right, what Mr. Maker says is he says it's so super gloopy when he uses gloopy glue.
And we're going to put that
Well, it is so super gloopy.
into the middle of this blue card. Tuck all the bits of wool in. So you can't see the ends, hopefully.
Of our perfect. We can stick it onto our blue card. And there we go, there's the mummy bird.
There's the bird's nest, and the mummy bird, and the baby bird on the blue background. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks.
Yay.
Bye. See you next time.